high as fuck too because I ate a brownie. So, yeah, I mean, friends sleeping over and watching this. I mean, I have endless memories with this movie. So, when Tiny said that he wanted to do this movie, I was all about it. I watched it like maybe 6 times prior to the episode. So yeah, thank you for making me reminisce on good times. You know,
it's a good movie. Yeah. It's a fun movie. It's a fun time movie.
Yeah. What I want to talk about in this movie was like basically how dope is it? Like even if you agree with him or not, is to have a Dante in your life. That was dope.
Say, sorry, bro. I was just setting up my Christmas tree.
It's July. Lifetime, I know maybe 5 Dantes, and they're all like exactly the same and cool. Well, like,
yeah,
you know, like you got to have that certain type. I feel like this movie introduced a certain type of people that maybe it's cool to have them in your life. Having it,
yeah,
I don't know. It's okay. Like that norm may be wrong. Maybe that's why critics blamed it so much for not being that good. But for me, in my opinion, this movie delivered a lot more. Like
I was gonna say, I think critics seen it as a college type movie, especially if you look at the cover of the DVD.
It's very National Lampoon.
Yeah, it's drawn out like a sketch art or like a painting, and it reminds me of Animal House.
Yeah,
or like the National Lampoons. Like you said, it's very cheeky. So there's this like the Detroit Rock City cover. Once you see that type of artwork on a film, you kind of get the feel of how it's going to be.
What's going to roll out?
Yeah, it's going to be like that adult humor with like kind of raunchy humor, where it's like a stoner humor, or like more aimed towards a certain demographic audience, especially with that type of cover for it. So once I saw that too, I knew what type of film it was going to be, more of like the college humor. But that's what was the pull. That was the attraction for me once I saw it too. But Wes, you didn't get to talk about what your first thoughts were on the film.
All right. So for Grandma's Boy, I didn't see it in the theater. I saw it maybe a couple years later after it was already released, and I thought it was awesome. It's a great blend of, like the raunchy comedy with culture that I'm very familiar with in video games, and of course the stoner jokes and tropes that only we would get, right? And I think it being such a niche comedy probably was why people didn't go see it in the theater, because I know specifically it made its money back more so in the video rentals, you know.
Yeah, I bought it. I bought the unrated, dude. Like that shit, you can't pass it when you see it. So it's like,
yeah,
that's what I did.
I think people just got turned off to it when it first came out as a theatrical release.
Yeah.
And they probably just saw it as some sort of like cash grab for Sandler, because it is a Happy Madison production, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think they thought less of it as a Happy Madison production. Maybe like, oh, this can't be as good as Happy. You know how many things they've made? Like, fucking geez. Like this can't be as good as this. This can't be as good as that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I know it's not up to the masses to fucking explain why they liked it or not, but this movie couldn't have been that bad.
It reminded me of like when I first saw it, of like something Broken Lizard would put out.
Yeah,
you know, like kind of something that was real slapstick. So I guess that's why the main public, or the American public, just kind of disregarded it. But to the people who actually watched it and enjoyed it, hey, that's like a hidden gem for us, you know?
Yeah.
I guess that happened during like also a few movies like Blade Runner. Many other movies got like that type of attention. Like, oh, once people got to own it, or like
it becomes a cult following.
Yeah, cult feeling for the movie. I feel like there is a deep cult like satisfaction in this movie between gamers. Like I don't know if you guys noticed during the party, but there was people chilling with gamers that were gangsters, emo kids, punk people. Like that shows how diverse potheads like this movie was. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
eclectic.
This movie was a good, collective.
Mm-hmm. What were you gonna say?
It was the coming attractions, dude. Because now that happens all the time. Now.
Yeah.
I feel like people are become attracted maybe to gaming more so, maybe because of COVID, but it's just a good gaming should never have a negativity to it. Besides, if you're losing and you're raging and shit, but like,
oh yeah,
like I've done that, but you know, it's a good feel movie. The jokes are good. The fucking I want to talk about our favorite parts in the movie, like. Right now, man. I have 3 favorite parts, and my favorite parts are when JP enters his first time. They give him some like epic slowdown, and he pops his collar like he's Neo and shit. That shit is fucking hilarious, dude. And they give him like a lot of Aphex Twin, dude. Like, that's cool, dude.
They definitely made him like the Neo character. Like if he was locked in the Matrix, listening to that industrial techno. He was all about telling people, you know, about having robot legs, or he wants to get robot legs. And why don't you like my music? You would if you had robot ears. You know, shit like that.
Yeah, dude. JP, I think JP kind of relates maybe to me, but not that like emo-y, but still like. Like he's a cool character. Like I'm more of a JP, but more out there. Like I don't. Refrain to talking to people and being that embarrassed like how he does. JP
had good intentions as far as trying to impress people, but I think he just took it too far and just was a dick towards the end. If he didn't steal, he would have been okay.
Yeah, he basically stole from fucking Alex, dude. Like that was insane. I want to talk about like maybe this movie was also more deeper in the fact like of how the gaming industry is like maybe fools really do that and will still film each other. They probably do. Reports of people being in like gaming companies and they just leave to go to another one, and then like I feel like there's this weird like shift in the gaming industry right now where certain people were in certain companies but they left that company and joined another company. So I'm seeing like certain games maybe be better or worse because of it. You know what I mean? Like, there's people picking sides in the gaming community, like with manufacturers, people that build the games. And
I was gonna say, I feel like these days there's so many options for people to grow and to explore and just to do their own thing, but more so in the COVID era because we have so much time, and I honestly think the future of gaming is just going to be so reality based that it's almost like what was that gaming studio that went out of business?
THQ.
Go ahead, Wes.
The one where it was a Wolf Among Us.
Telltale.
Yeah, Telltale.
Telltale. I feel like games are going to start to go more theatrical, more than interactive than anything, just because we have so much time on our hands, you know? Mm-hmm. You want to do your favorite part?
I think his name was JP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think really any scene that JP was in where he like, I mean, just the first scene where he's like, "Hey, JP, how much do clothes cost in the Matrix?"
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, you can see the girl. She's trying not to laugh, but you know she is.
Samantha.
And it's just, I think it's just like scenes like that were just so hilarious. I think I can't really put maybe the fucking like the monkey scene.
Oh shit!
I mean,
they could have been self-aware, like, "Oh, we know that this fool's wearing a Neo outfit," you know?
Yeah.
It made the comedy so much better for me. Like, what if that actually happened in front of you? Would you say some shit or not? Like,
yeah.
I'd have to agree with you, James. I think anytime JP was in the movie, his scenes were just so funny that they were like my favorite scenes as well. The scene where he's on the Segway and he's he like you could tell he painted his face, like he put like the white powder with like the eyeliner, and he's like he had just finished eating sushi and shit, and he was like listening to his music, riding a Segway. Like any time where they show him like that, I'm just like, this fool is just too much right now. The robot voices.
Yeah.
He's trying to like
Nerd nuggets.
Yeah, he's just trying to hide up against the wall. He's like, how does he see me?
That one time when he thought like Alex didn't see him on the wall.
Yeah,
that shit was funny, dude. He's like, oh shit, you saw me?
And he's so confident though. Like JP is really fucking confident, dude. Like he believes
because he's a prodigy, dude. Remember the whole point was JP was a prodigy, dude.
That's right.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think in JP's head, he saw himself as a prodigy. That's why he went to such lengths. Like, he was like, yo, I can't have somebody tampering on me right now. Like,
yeah.
He
felt threatened.
Yeah.
Like,
that's why I felt like JP was such, like, his intentions were good. Like, he was such a gentleman to Samantha. Like, he said "milady," and he's like very cordial and stuff. But he was so... He's so cringy, dude. Like, everybody knows one of those guys that are just like, dude, that guy's fucking cringy as fuck. Dude.
He doesn't know how to act, like, interact with other people, like humans.
Humans.
With the scene where he's like, when he's introducing her, she's like, wow, you must be so, like, you must, like, you know, a child prodigy. He's like, she's like, you must have had so many friends in school.
Yeah.
He's like, school? I didn't go to school.
Yeah.
He's like, I was too busy beating Zelda when I was 4.
Yeah, and before I could walk.
And then he's like, I may not know what happened in the Civil War or who invented the helicopter.
Even though I
have one. It's like this guy. Oh, man. And there's people like that, too, all over the place.
I believe it, dude. Would you guys say that's like your guys' favorite character of the whole movie? JP?
Probably for me, yeah.
I'd have to say
mine would have been Dante, dude. Like
Alex, dude. What about Alex?
Alex, yeah.
The poor man's Mel Gibson lookalike?
I didn't even put that together. That's funny. I'll never unsee that now.
He looks like a bootleg Mel Gibson in Braveheart.
Mel Gibson is a bootleg of Mel Gibson. Just saying.
Alex Gibson.
I gotta say, one of the weirdest things I saw in this movie was I saw Dante give a sack, I think, to Alex, but he rolls the sack like it's a J, and he licks it, and then he fucking folds it, and then gives it to him.
I saw that before.
Like, I broke it down for myself. I was like, no way, this guy just did that right now. Like before COVID, that'd be like, okay, but like now it's like, like what the fuck?
I think the funniest thing that Dante says in the whole movie to me is when
the lion thing.
When the monkey's driving the Jeep and he's trying to drive with his hands, but he's using his feet, and then he says, "Yeah, monkey, feet hands." And he's driving with his feet. He's like, "Yeah, monkey, feet hands."
I don't know if anyone noticed, but Dante played just Dante Peter. So
yeah, that's his name.
Yeah.
Like, that's so cheesebag, fool. Like, I wish people like in the movie industry fully just came as themselves, like in the movie. Like, yeah, I'm just that person that I am in that movie, but with my actor name. Like,
yeah,
you know,
I follow him on Instagram. He's exactly the same.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah. It's smoking weed all day.
It's cool that Wesley did point out too that Jonah Hill did Superbad like a year after that.
Yeah, like 2007.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about like Jonah Hill. Like, my first time ever seeing Jonah Hill was kind of in this movie,
in Grandma's Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, like, I didn't think he would just be big off of it, like, just because he sucked a titty and said a few words. Like, damn, like, what the fuck?
For 13 hours, bro.
Yeah, that's the key, though.
Mama wants some milk, or would you say baby wants some milk?
The milkmaid, dude. She was pretty hot. But
West, y'all. But, yeah, that's true. Like, this was his, was this his premiere? Like, his debut?
Nah.
No?
He had been in a couple things, I think. just in the background.
I think he was in Accepted, right? With
yes.
Yes.
He's the "Would you like to touch my wiener?"
The mascot.
Yeah.